Yo, my dudes and dudettes, welcome back to another spicy episode of the Tom Crown Live. Great to have you guys here. We have a spicy day as we wrap up Q1. I'm going to do something that most traders won't do. I'm going to show you all the trades I made this quarter. We're going to see, am I a terrible trader? Did I get wrecked or did I profit? Maybe we should make a poll about it and see what you guys think before I show you the answers. But anyway, we're going to get into the content here. Make sure you have smashed the like button, subscribed, join the Discord, links in the video description below. Check out our sponsors. Just check out all the links in the video description. Let's just get into it. I don't know, I had something planned, but I totally forgot it. Welcome to being ADD. Don't forget to check out crownanalysis.com, our newest project launched this year. Stay up to date on all the spiciest articles written by you guys. If you want to be an author, if you want to have your work published, jump in the Discord, send me a DM, and we'll get you hooked up. All right. So what should we even start with? What should we start with? What are we starting with here? What do you guys think? Let's start with open trades. I got a really little crappy long open here. Nothing special. Nothing really remarkable. It's up 60 cents. Likely going to get stopped out here in the episode. Got another underwater long down $13. I honestly just opened these so I'd have something to do. And of course, the legendary 16.5 long. I've got an update for you guys here. You'll notice there's a little realized P&L. Don't tell anyone. It's not because I'm not bullish. It's because I just want to lock in some money. Anyway, we'll get to that. We'll look into all of these trades. We'll look into my P&L. We'll look into how many times I lost trades, how bad I suck, whatever it is. But whether or not you think I did well or not, engage with the chat. If you are here today, say hello. We got Mr. Bajarki, or as we call it, Santa Claus of crypto, give out, what, 300, 400, I don't even remember how many, hundreds of free subs to this channel on the last stream. So you may be entering today with a little green magnet next to your name. And if you did, if you got one, why don't you use some of them emojis, put them in the chat. Term Pow, that's right. By the way, FOMC May 3rd, don't miss it. Chirpow live. We're going to be covering it here. We had 6,000 live viewers last time, but that's still pretty far away. We're not even done with March yet. So I was going to do the P&L first. Let's do a little charting because there's some spice going on. Something else as well. We are going to be giving away $100 today, again, based on the comments from the last stream. I want to be clear. All you have to do is sign up using my link, and you comment on the current stream. So when this one's over, you comment in the comments, put something, doesn't have to be nice, but I'd prefer it to be, and your user ID, and we will use a random number picker to decide the winner. So we'll do that a little later in the episode. Someone's going to be leaving the stream with the $100 of trading funds. Well, let's jump into some charts here. I don't even know what charts. Let's see. This is a TA from last stream. Just looks like a nightmare. How about a new start, new chart? That sounds good. The March 31st. I do want to remind you guys, tomorrow is April Fool's Day, or as I've dubbed it, the Great Bank Prank. I don't honestly think anything's going to happen bank-wise, although I will say, back in 2019, right here, March 31st, I said, guys, it's going to be a great April Fool's Day when Bitcoin breaks 4,100 and rockets, and it did. So not necessarily that meaning it's going to happen tomorrow, but we have seen in the past Bitcoin have very spicy April Fool's days. My logic behind this is it's the single day out of the year that it is the least believable for something crazy to happen. Like if you weren't in crypto and someone reached out to you and said, oh my God, Bitcoin's going nuts on April 1st, you'd be like, all right, Betty. That's a pretty lame April Fool's joke, but all right. I think it's the least believable day, and in that sense, it's one of the most prime for price action. I wanted to share something else, actually. I had to pull up Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you do that. You don't want to miss these tweets, man. My tweets have been straight fire. Straight fire. You do not want to miss. I'll pull this up. Here we go. So this is the only piece of news. You guys know I don't really believe in news. I don't trade news. I don't trade narratives. I think it's all traps. but this is something really fun, and we have to talk about it today. So everyone remembers, or maybe not, back in November, the US government seized the Silk Road Bitcoin, a total of 51,000 Bitcoin. I do believe after this seizure, that made the United States government the single largest Bitcoin holder in the world. I think MicroStrategy is like a hair behind them. Although maybe now they've lost that #1 spot, but we have to talk about this because it's effing hilarious. For the people out there who are new to trading, or maybe not, and have found themselves paper handing at times, this is the biggest paper handing story maybe in history. Apparently the government on March 14th sold nearly 10,000 Bitcoin for a total of $215 million. We could go all day about what this means. I mean, are they really in trouble? They're hurting for cash. Maybe things aren't so good. I think everything going on in the world might suggest that. But I wanted to show you guys something. If they were the #1 Bitcoin holder in the world, maybe that's no longer true, as I said, but essentially they just capitulated 20%. This is one of maybe the biggest capitulations of all time. I'm not sure if anyone has ever sold 10,000 Bitcoin in one day after price had been above, like $10,000. Obviously, this happened when Bitcoin was a penny or $1, but I want to say this is likely one of the biggest single-day Bitcoin sells, dollar-wise, ever, from one single actor, and just so happens to be from one of the biggest. So whales capitulating, being the U.S. government, paper handing. But Tom, why do you say paper handing? What do you mean paper handing? $215 million. Well, let's take a little trip through time. I'm not gonna go look at the exact date because I don't care that much. But the Silk Road Bitcoin was seized in November of 21. So what does that mean? Let's look at November. November 1st. November 30th. So it had to have been in this range. I actually want to know the exact date because I have a feeling it was on the upper echelon of this. Silk Road US seizure BTC date. Let's see if a really quick Google. November 4th. I knew it. I knew it wasn't at the end of the month. November 4th. Right here, baby. Right here. So let's go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt and say they seized it at the very bottom of that candle. 60.6K. Nearly the top. Only 15% away, actually, from the top. Then they go ahead, turn around, and they sell it March 14th. Let's go zoom into March 14th. Let's give them, I almost want to give them not the benefit of the doubt and take it from the bottom, but we'll take it from the top just so no one can claim this is like exaggerated. So, assuming the very best scenario for them, they essentially bought at $60,000.6 and sold at 26. Now, I really don't think they sold at 26. In fact, I think we should take it from like the candle close down here at 24. Either way, 24, 25. This is a 60% loss. And of course you can say, but Tom, that's not a loss. They got it for free. Yeah, whatever. The point remains. If this had been like you and me, we would have been charged. Essentially, we would have been charged or had income at 60K. So they paper handed one of the biggest sells ever. Now, of course, they still do have Bitcoin in their reserve. And I mean, when are they going to dump it? They've said they're going to do it, I believe, in 3 more sells throughout the year, something like that. But let's take a look. Does it seem like the market noticed? Now, we do have this big wick on the 14th. Price went down about 7%. And maybe that's from the government. I don't know. I don't have all the details here. It was a story on Twitter. However, it is likely they used OTC, and if they did, they likely sold it lower than market price. So 60%, I think, is a really, really good judge or guess at the loss they incurred from it. Absolutely hilarious. If you think your paper hands, clearly there are bigger paper hands out there. The market did not care, and I want to make an argument here that this is some sort of capitulation from one of the biggest holders. Price continued to the upside. If I was a mega whale, right? If I was a super shadowy mega whale, every time the US government dumped, I would pump the price. every single time. We do see this pretty commonly on the market as it is, but with such a public figure in the eye like a government, I think it's even better. I think it's even spicier for whales to pump. So that was just my little starting story. This is absolutely hilarious. It just seems like the U.S. government is taking L after L after L this year, man. Like, they just can't do anything right, it seems. Rip. So next time you're feeling bad about a trade, just remember, you didn't sell $215 million at a 60% loss. Pat yourselves on the back. So smash the like button, smash the subscribe button for the U.S. Government paper handing hype. Honestly, I think it's a good thing. I actually was thinking about this maybe a week or two ago. I was like, man, we haven't really heard anything about that Silk Road BTC. I wonder if the government's going to hold it and then, like, maybe, I don't know, continue buying it. Well, nah, that'd be too smart. If I was the U.S. government, here's exactly what I would do, and I think this would fix a lot of the problems. And if it wouldn't, I don't care anyway. But this is what I would do. I would print money and buy Bitcoin and rocket the price up to $1 million, making Balajas correct. Then I would use that to then lend out to these banks as collateral. Problem solved. It's positive feedback loop. But instead, it seems they're going to take the opposite approach of paper handing the Bitcoin and taking big L's. I guess everyone has their own thing, right? Everybody's got their own. Biggest paper hand in history. All right, let's take a peek at the chart here. The most important thing, and I have a feeling other channels don't do this, but we do this, and we've been doing this, and we'll continue to do this forever. The quarterlies. A highly ignored time frame for some reason. Quarterly chart, don't know why, very ignored. You know what, actually, let's take that even a step back. Let's go to the 6-month, half year. We're 3 months to go. 3 months to go on the half-year chart. We need to close, let's see, it's April, May, June, July. We need to close July above 20K. Not gonna lie, fam, I think the odds of that are pretty good. Pretty good. For a bullish engulf on the 6-month, but we do have 3 months to go. So let's go down to the quarterly. This Q1 has exceeded my expectations by far. We are looking to close 2023 with a 72% green candle. That is massive. When was the last time we had one of those? January. Q1 of 21 was 100%. Q4 of 22, 160. Let's see, what does this resemble the most? Honestly, it doesn't really resemble any of them. That's okay. That's not a big deal. I was just seeing if maybe there was something similar. Like, with the exception of some kind of crazy black swan in the next 6 hours, Bitcoin's closing at 28.4, 28.5. That's a great close for this quarterly. Looking left, it was the open of 2021, so we are maybe finding resistance here. You know, that's at 28.9. We've had a lot of levels around 28.8, 28.9. Logical place to find some profit takers. I can't get over the U.S. government thing. Maybe, hey, government. Guys, I don't hate you. I live here. I love you, I guess. Call me. I can help you. I can help you, man. I'll come up with a plan. This also goes out to Sailor. If you need a buying plan, I'll help you. It's not financial advice, but I'll help you out a little bit. You're not doing it right. As our yearly open, so this is a little concerning, right? We have our kind of a yearly 1.5 years of kind of distribution up here above 30K. We have roughly the same amount of time below 30K. We can call that accumulation, and now we're right back to the middle. What stands out to me on the quarterly chart, though, we've been talking about these a lot, and I've been releasing videos about them, short videos. You guys should check them out after the stream if you haven't. Where the hell's that button? There you go. Fair value gaps. My attention, no matter what time frame really I look at, if it's beyond like the hourly, is called to this 45, 48, 50 range. I know that's a big zone. We don't usually go that big, but it's hard to decide really how this might go. We have our weekly Ichimoku cloud at 43. We have our 786 retracement at 48. On the linear scale, the 618 is at 48. Like, everything seems to be calling to this zone. I don't want to get people rallied up because, of course, I want to say I'm not a fortune teller. I am not a crystal ball reader. I'm just, I would say, a skilled poker player. I'm not always right. In fact, I'm wrong all the time. But that being said, it would not be crazy to me to see Bitcoin move up to 48K in the next quarter. Not crazy at all. In fact, I want to say I'm expecting that until proven otherwise. We'll just stick with that. Looking back at the previous bull run, or bear market, I'll say, we had a really similar thing happen. We hit an all-time high, we fell down to a bear market low, and we came right back to this monthly and quarterly close at the all-time high. That was at 13.7K. We didn't backtest that as support, which is pretty spicy in of itself. If you whip out the fibs, you see there's the 786 right there. Whip it out again. You always got to whip your fibs out. There it is, 786 right there. 50K. We throw this onto regular, not log, to see what the normies are looking at. There it is, 618 retracement right to the monthly level, and 618 retracement right there, 48K. So that would fit really, really well with what we saw in 2019. I am going to admit my failures here. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to admit my failures. I spent the last bull run expecting or observing it through the lens of the previous bull runs, and that really didn't work out for me. Really didn't work out well. I mean, obviously I did very well, but it didn't go according to plan at all. The previous bull market, or the 2021 rally, we'll say, was unlike any Bitcoin bull market we've ever seen. The upside was not in line with any of the upsides we've seen previously. If 15.5 is the bottom, and I believe it is, the downside from the all-time high, again, not in line with anything we've ever seen. So perhaps looking for this 2019 to repeat is flawed, and I can recognize this. Absolutely. I definitely can recognize that. So I'm going to show you guys this, not to FOMO you or FUD you, and we've shown this before, so this isn't too new. But this is basically what it would look like, right? Just copying the 2019 bars, putting them into the future. There we go, May. Even the timing works, man. That's crazy. I've said on this channel a few times, I am looking for 48,000 by May 1st, and that is basically drawn from the weekly Ichimoku. I won't get into that, but this is basically what it might look like. We talked about this at the beginning of the year, and I remember saying, guys, just wait until every chart guy in the world is looking at this, and it already seems like it's happening. I see this tweeted at least once a day. Reminder that we were the first. Absolutely the first to look at this, no doubt. So will it play out like this exactly? There's a very, very low chance that it will look exactly like this, right? It may be similar in the sense of a retracement to 48 and then a pullback to near the lows. I think if we do see that happen, I would guess probably like the 20 to 25 range, especially right now with the 200 weekly moving average sitting about 25.5. People have been waiting for the pullback, waiting to get back in at that level. It would probably fit history really well and what we know about Bitcoin to see a rally up to like 48 and then a pullback to finally hit that 25. And basically what would happen is right as we get into that 48 range, all of those orders waiting at 25 FOMO in. Oh no, I was wrong. I have to get in just to buy the top again. Fall back down to 25. They probably sell, get wrecked in both directions, and then we can continue with the bull run. Something that I do want to point out and actually discuss with you guys at some point. March 2020. So this is known as like the Black Swan event, right? The Black Swan. Is that going to happen again? Are we going to get another Black Swan in, what would that be, like March of 24? Something like that? I don't know. And if we don't, does it make sense to basically just ignore that price action? I don't know if that's the valid answer. I will say that Bitcoin's previous bull run without that, maybe I can show you what that looks like. If we cut out March, I didn't think this would be so hard to do. There we go. If we cut out March and maybe say, all right, it hit like a slightly lower low, this looks a lot more like normal technical analysis, right? You have, I don't know, we can call it like a cup and then a handle. You can even say somewhat of an Adam and Eve, though the lows aren't very close. this looks more like something we might expect. You hit an all-time high, you find a bear market low, you hit a lower high, but you hold your lows, you retest, and you go to a new all-time high. I think the chart definitely makes more sense without it, but I think to ignore it actually might be a mistake. It just seems to be like, I don't know, using logic to overpower the data you have, which I don't think is really ever a good idea. Let's just wrap this idea. So if we look back and say, okay, we moved to the 1618, well, then where does that put us at the next bull market high? 173,000. Something about that just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't seem like a right target. The upside of that doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't really seem to make sense either. But I guess for now, I'll go by this chart and say, maybe looking for 173,000 in the next cycle. But personally, I think that's too low. Honestly, I'd say double it at least. But there we go. There's 2019 if it repeats again. And we'll move on. We'll move on. Bitcoin hasn't really moved yet. I do want to take a peek at the dollar here. Oh, I was doing the quarterlies, wasn't I? Let's take a look at the quarterly for the dollar. Last quarter, or the Q4 of last year, closed bearish engulfed with a savage candle. And now, with 5 hours to go, this is looking like it might line up with like a doji. Thin red body, wick on the top and bottom. Have we seen this before? Let's look back a little bit. 2002. Man, it's hard to say dates now. I'm saying 2020 something. We had a fall. We had a little doji. This one was green, but it basically just continued falling for years after that. Nothing like that in 1985. I don't see too many things that look super similar, just like kind of off the bat. Maybe right here is similar. We do see price continue to fall. Not a lot of similarity. Either way, not looking for a super strong close. Though market cipher B ain't too bad on the quarterly here for the dollar. I won't get into that. For the dollar, not looking so hot though. It does seem to have held 100. This was a previous resistance. It does seem to have held it so far as support. But honestly, with this news coming out, and it's coming out so fast I can barely keep up with it. China making the very first ever in history LPN gas deal with France, bypassing the dollar using the yuan, not the yen, the yuan. That it can't be overstated how crazy that is. That was not on my bingo card. I doubt that was on anyone's bingo card. The implications are massive. They're so massive, I don't feel qualified to speak on them, but I will say this. If the dollar does lose its reserve status, what we would expect to see is U.S. assets like bonds and stocks suffer, the dollar fall against other currencies, aka the Dixie fall, hedge inflations like gold rise, potentially like Bitcoin. And at the moment, it kind of lines up. Now, these charts moving in that direction absolutely don't guarantee that's what's happening, but we do see the dollar not looking so hot. Let's move down to the month, see if that looks any different. Man, actually, this is a bit of a squeaker. If the dollar closes just a little bit lower, it's currently at 102.48. Closes below 102.1, then it has a bearish engulf on the monthly as well. That's ugly. That'd be very ugly. Actually, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Watch the dollar into today's close. It's gonna be interesting. I wouldn't say it's bullish closing above, but it's certainly less bearish if it does hold kind of the, I'll say the gap, fair value gap on the monthly left behind. But let's look at gold here. You guys know I've been a little bipolar on gold in the past. Maybe it's gold that's bipolar and not me. Said the crazy guy. But on the quarter, gold looking to close an extremely strong quarter, coming off of a bullish engulf, the opposite of the dollar's bearish engulfed previous quarter. Gold is set up pretty good. In fact, this, honestly, though we don't have a new high, if we had a new high, that would really drive it for me. This is looking a lot like the bullish megaphone pattern that we're kind of looking for on Bitcoin right now. Of course, this is on the daily, not the quarterly, but you guys are familiar with this chart. Bullish megaphone. We were looking for it back on March 15th, 16th. It's been playing out. Supports held. So far, it's invalidated, let's say, below 16.5 or 26.5, but it's still there. But kind of similar here. We see our lows coming down. Our highs aren't really coming up, but our candle body closes are. maybe gold's looking to make a bullish megaphone pattern as well. And that would then indicate what? A break of the all-time high, a slight pullback, and then a move into price discovery. And boy, oh boy, would that make Peter Schiff happy. This might look really, really crazy. This might look crazy, but this is all the way back to 1970. In 1970, gold was $35 an ounce, back in the good old days. Gold has increased 5,450% over the last 53 years. You know, that's not that bad. It's not that bad. Because if you do the math, 53 years, that's about 100% a year, right? Well, yes and no. Yes, literally, no, because if you didn't get in 1970 to 1980, you'd already missed half the run. After that, you basically sat in losses of up to 72% for the next 2 decades, and then something magic happened. And this is something magic that I have been speculating about. I'm still of the same opinion. Something magical happened to gold in 2004. And it sounds weird that it's in 2004 because all of us, I bet, that didn't know this are going to say, wait, it was in 2004? Probably happened I thought it happened a long time ago. Right here. Something special happened with gold. After 2 decades of doing nothing, a physical spot ETF for gold was approved in the United States. Gold then went on to put on 426% over the course of 20 years. If gold hadn't had a spot ETF, I don't know, it may never have gone this far, right? I have no idea. But this was a 10-year run, basically. 10-year run? 3,100 days. 10-year run after an ETF approved. I have been speculating as we've been watching GBTC or Grayscale's BTC. I don't even think I have the chart up. That its recent bullishness is related to the United States spot ETF approval. Now, it hasn't broken out. I mean, it broke out, but it hasn't broken out since last time we looked at it. It's 200 weekly moving average at 18.5. I want to say if it moves above 18.5 in the short term, that's a really good sign for a spot ETF approval. But what's been interesting is GBTC has not really been connected to Bitcoin in a sense. It has moved, ebbed and flowed similarly, but it's been kind of breaking out, hitting higher highs that we don't see on spot. Something is going on. Something is going on. I will admit, you could say maybe it's shorts closing, you know, the short squeeze, sure. It was at like an 80% discount versus regular spot. Maybe people are arbing the difference or something. There's a lot of explanations. However, I'm a firm believer that the charts know the news before the news knows the news. And looking at this, it kind of appears that there's something good happening. If a spot ETF were approved, and I will admit right now, it doesn't seem like that is a possibility. The US has been going after crypto in a way we've never seen before, going as far as attacking encryption itself with the Restrict Act. This is a massive threat to everyone in crypto, but not just us. This is a global issue. We cannot allow that act to pass. Recently, you guys know my TikTok has surpassed my YouTube. In fact, the TikTok, while we speak, might hit 100,000 subscribers. I don't care. Ban TikTok. I don't care. Like, I understand. Like, I get it. TikTok is really a big security issue. However, do not touch our VPNs. Do not touch our privacy. Do not infringe on our digital rights. Do whatever with TikTok. I personally will lose value if it goes away, but I am absolutely willing to give that up if it means VPNs are protected. It's like a human rights issue. I don't want to get into it too much today. Speaking of quarterlies, we are about to close a bullish. Oh, speaking of Bajarki, you guys prayed, and he answered. Oh, he's ready. He's ready. Bajarki's back. Our prayers have been answered, man. Hope you're having a good day. Gifting out more memberships. Congrats, Joe Clank, Scotty 2 Hottie, Rasta Mage, Chase, Crypto Learners, Alex Pataki, Matthew Armstrong, Gobble Z, PJB, Dwight Schrute. Oh, there's more. There's more. I can't read them all. I can't read them all. If you had a membership gifted to you recently, put some emojis in the chat, fam. Show them off. I missed some stuff. Crypto Billy. Flat smack that like button for Tom Crown. Drop an alpha. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, Billy. Punjava. Tom for president. Maybe someday. I'm not going to run in 2024, guys, but with Bitcoin's help, maybe 2028. If you joined me for the Twitter spaces, you'll know that I have always had public office aspirations, though I've become conflicted. I really am more in the alignment of, I'm just going to follow Bitcoin, and that's what I've been doing for years, and it's led me in the right path. So I'm just going to stick to that. If it makes it apparent that's my path, then that's the path I'll take. Rafael Vargas subscribed. James Newbold. Abdul Basith also subscribed. That's not a lot. We need more subscribes. Smash the subscribe button, the like button for Bajarki, not even for myself. Being Santa Claus gifted 40 more memberships out. If you guys want to get these, make sure you've opted into them. It should prompt you when you join the stream. By the way, you will get an email from YouTube. I've been getting questions about that a lot. You will get an email from YouTube saying that you were gifted a subscription. It isn't a scam, but at the same time, this is crypto. Don't click links in emails ever. Period. Done. Don't do it. Don't do it. Even if it is from YouTube. Type the URL into the browser. But YouTube says the more you engage with the live stream they're gifted on, the higher the chances you have of getting gifted. So that means liking, subscribing, sharing, voting in the polls, chatting while we're live. So make sure you've done all those things, and you will be favored by the odds. Bajarki, Crypto Santa. Wait, Crypto Sharknado, I thought you had one. Wait, you can't get gifted one because you have one. Because you have the longest running membership. You silly goose. Silly goose. Bajarki, you're the man, my friend. Monkey Child also becoming a bro as well in the midst. Didn't want to wait for the gifting. Respect. Respect. Yes, that's how you get them. Speaking of quarterlies, I wanted to point this out as well. There has only ever been... Well, there have been more than 2 bullish engulfing quarterlies. However, there have been only... How do I phrase this? 0 times have we seen a bullish engulfing quarterly and then not been on the track back to a new all-time high. In October of 2015, we had a bullish engulfed quarterly. We then, after, over the course of a few years, it went to a new all-time high. April 2020, bullish engulfing. Took about a year, back to a new all-time high. We are going to close now the 3rd bullish engulfing quarterly. Not ever, because we do have them back here, but that was already on the way. I guess maybe off a low, we'll say. Off a low. We're about to close one. The last 2 times this has happened, it has meant that the bull market was here. It's up to you guys. I'm not saying that guarantees it is, but it is interesting, isn't it? It is interesting. I'll give it that. We're about to close it. What's next? What's next? Let's take a really quick peek at stocks. Really quick peek. Stocks are having a little bit of a clinch day as well. Here we go. No, definitely not as spicy as, say, other assets and things. There we go. 50 more memberships. I don't even know if we have enough people just to get them all. I think it does gift them out to people like who are subscribed randomly. I'm not sure how it works. Let me know how it works. Okay. What's going on? Guess we haven't been live that long. We've only been live 35 minutes. I don't know why numbers are low. Likes are low. Guys, we got to get those likes up. We're going to be doing the $100 giveaway very soon. Let me get through just the quarterly stuff. Stocks having not quite the same quarterly as everything else. A little bit mix up. It is looking to close green. A 6% gain over 3 months. This is why I don't like stocks, man. Coming off a 7% gain. I would look for stocks to close a little higher. If they do, I think we're going to see probably a green Q2. If it doesn't, we still might see a green Q2, but what's happening is our candle bodies are shrinking, and that does suggest exhaustion. Just as we saw from the dump here, our candle body on the top in January, 5%, dumped into 16, then we saw it close the next at 5. The candle bodies were shrinking. That was showing exhaustion on a quarterly time frame of sellers, and it was responded to by buyers. And so hopefully I guess if you're a stock person, you want to see this close a little bit higher, and maybe that momentum is continuing to the upside. Money flow don't look too bad. Don't look too bad. Inching back up here on market side for B. But it's what is spicy about it is that we're seeing a little rally into the monthly close on the last day, and we can see a very defined resistance here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months opening or closing right around this level. So actually right here, not crazy great, but what I do see on the monthly that I didn't see on the quarterly is we do have a pretty flat topped resistance. We have a low, we have another low, and our lowest low is in the middle. That could be painting an inverse head and shoulders. We have a very, very defined neckline there, and it's right here. If I were to randomly pick long or short on stocks right now, I probably would pick short and maybe hold it to 3,959, the open of this month's candle, expecting that next month. Probably something like that. Something like that. Bitcoin has really not moved. All right. I think I got through the easy peasies, the stuff I wanted to hit quickly here. 28th. Where's my new chart? Where's my new chart? No, I started a new chart. Don't you hate it when your charts just disappear? I don't want to delete them, although I never really look back at them that much. Oh, here we go. This is where we were at. I mean, this is beast, man. This is beastly. This close. Like, February was really scary. I think that this is an argument for continuation, honestly. January, explosive rally, 40% gain on the close. February closed virtually as a white doji, meaning it opened almost exactly where it, or closed exactly where it opened. 0.07%. That was bear bait. I mean, that was bear bait, man. You see this big candle, you see a doji, price starts falling. You can see we broke February's low this month. That's a bear trap. Then you go up and you close a strong monthly like this. This is an uptrend. You have your test of resistance. You even have down here 20K, your previous all-time high. You tested that on the wick, turned this into a kicker candle, and moved to basically the next level. Previous resistance. It was 2021's open, but it was the summer of 21 support. Honestly. This is what I think happens. This is what I think happens. I think May we see a rally. I've been wrong before. Might be wrong now, but I think we see a rally. I think we see a rally up into the 40-ish K in Q2. It's looking not so bad. Not so bad at all. Momentum's coming up. EWAP's coming up. 0.5. I mean, at minimum 32.6. Now, here's the problem is as we move into May, even if we are going to 48K in May, we can still see this come down as far as, what, 23.3. It can come all the way back down. Test March's open and then bounce. So please don't think that means as soon as April 1st rolls over, or I said May, April, sorry. As soon as April 1st rolls over, you go long or something. Don't think that. In fact, don't ever trade based on what I say. Please don't consider this financial advice. None of it is. Honestly, I'm just talking to myself doing my TA. You guys are watching. It just adds up. It just adds up. This is beautiful. Back here in January, and even more so in December, never would have seen this coming. Like, never. This is such Bitcoin price action. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. 28.4 for today. That's what it's looking like. I'm going to do the week. Week hasn't rolled over yet. 2 days on that. Not a lot of movement there. Not a lot of movement there. Not a lot of change. We're high above the 200 weekly. Bears are waiting for entry there. Hasn't come. Stops are running 19.5. Man, this chart, just a good chart, man. It's just a good chart. I noticed this last night, and this is what I was excited to share with you. We identified weakness back here on this channel in February. Pretty much any stream you open from mid-February, you'll hear me talking about it. Saw weakness on the money flow. I said, this is looking to roll over, unfortunately. It did. It did. That money flow started to trend back up, and that was very exciting. But it got rejected, and that was actually a little spooky. It broke its low, suggesting a continuation, and things weren't looking so hot in the daily time frame. That was the source of some of my shorts and some of my bearishness over, I don't know, last week, 2 weeks, something like that. But this is pretty spicy. What we see is I don't know, the lowest point. We have the lowest point, a pullback, a higher low, and then we've broken that higher low. This is looking to roll over again. Now take this knowledge, and we're going to pull up the chart. This is what happened in that time. Money flow turned negative here. Money was entering the market. It got essentially squashed out, and I think we can see that on Market Cypher B here. Shout out to Market Cypher B. On the flip of money flow. Despite that, price rallied. The biggest holder of Bitcoin, the US government, paper hands $215 million worth of Bitcoin at 25K. We get a minus 1.5% candle. Money flow continues to be negative. Price moves all the way back, or not all the way back, to a new 2023 high. Doesn't quite hit 29, or does it? Yeah, hitting 29,000, while money flow is red. Now we're looking for it to roll over. Money flow rolling over, if price is right here, if we continue to see this, we would be looking for a move like this. Money flow rolled over, price went parabolic. What would that suggest? What would that look like? Oh, it might add up to what we're looking for. I don't think it's going to look like this. Money flow rolls over. We see a repeat of January. I think that's very realistic. I wouldn't say the probability of it doing like that, looking like that is very great. But we see the signal. We see price moving up. We honestly see, I would call this a bearish divergence on money flow. Price is higher, money flow is lower. That should be bearish. But when the number keeps going up, I mean, how do you call it bearish, right? If it rolls over and price is not sold off, we are going to move to this target very quickly. It's hella spicy times. It's hella spicy times, man. Of course, we need to see that 12-hour give us some goodies. And luckily, I think we do. Remarkably, money flow also red. Also negative on the 12-hour. But we are seeing these lows come up, and that is our sign of rolling over. Now, it does suck that these buying opportunities or these bullish impulses of money flow got hammered off so hard. You can see we really only had positive money flow for 24-hour periods twice here since February 25th. But this 12-hour has given us the rollover signal. More so than almost, certainly more than a day. We were looking at this and saying that looks really weird. Well, it did roll over. Our highs have come down, and now we're looking for it to move into the green territory, baby. That lines up well with the daily rolling over. I keep saying the dollar instead of the daily. I've been thinking about the dollar too much. Way too much. It's living in my brain rent-free. Done on the 6th. This isn't actually that good. This kind of is not great. Not that great. Highs have come down. Momentum. We are seeing our momentum highs come up and our VWAP highs come up. And we're at the zero line on VWAP. And we got a green dot, huh? Maybe not as bad as I thought. I will say, I don't like the lower high. We haven't broken the low below. It won't take much to do that. So basically, I think the 6-hour is saying rally into the end of March, beginning of April, or I'm rolling over and you're going to look for downside targets. At the moment, I think it moves back up. Whether it breaks that or not, I don't know. If it does, we're looking for continuation. That's going to roll into the 12, into the day, and then that's probably pushing us to 48. But at the moment, it's a little sketchy. It could look better. I think it does need a strong close today and probably in the next 6-hour candle to not be realistically facing a retracement. Unfortunately, the 4 hour is not giving us great signs either. It did roll over. We do have a little gumdrop, a little bullish reversal. That's not bad, but this is not looking great. This is just lower highs and lower lows. We do have a 0 line catch on momentum. So if we tune down to the 2 hour and it looks good, that actually might not be too bad. 2 hour not looking super great either, huh? Momentum is expanding though. We're seeing lower lows and higher highs. I think I really think April 1st we see a crazy move. I hope it's to the upside. 1 hour looks like garbage. 1 hour, not so much in the camp of that. 30-minute doesn't look great either. 15-minute doesn't look great either, huh? All right, so in the short term, basically while we're live here and after I do this, we're going to do the giveaway. So for the short term, while we're live, I'm going to share with you what I think we're going to see price action-wise. Give me 1 minute. Great. Oh. All right. On the low time frames, I'm looking for some kind of retracement. I am struggling a bit to find where exactly I might look. I think while we're live on stream, we might look for 28.2. I will acknowledge the FVG on the 4 hour that has been left here. That is down to 27.7. Something here too. There's something waiting. No trend line touch. Gonna go farther back. Oh. Okay. All right, I'll acknowledge the fair value gap down here, 27.7. I might look, honestly, to craft a little position there if it comes. I'm not saying it's coming yet. Giggity. That's what she said. Does not look like it's done retracing. I like the 618 here. I like the 618. You have inefficient price action. You actually have multiple gaps of it. And this low right here actually just filling the most recent fair value gap or inefficient price action on very low time frames. So despite looking for a farther retracement, I think we're going to see something like this. Price moves back up to the previous support, tests it as resistance, likely rejects. Something like that. Something in this realm. There's one more thing actually I'm going to put on here, and then we're going to do the giveaway. We're going to get hype. There we go. I like that. I got it. I do have to keep an eye on the time today. Crap, I forgot. There we go. I'm going to be on the Paul Barron network at 3. I don't want this to happen. I want to see a spicy close. I want to see a spicy close into March, start off April in a spicy way. But at the moment, this is honestly what I'm seeing. Slight retracement to previous low time frame support, reject as resistance, drop lower, come back down to the 618, fill the fair value gaps there. What's nice about it is if this does happen, you can get a very strong bounce there because at that point you have efficient price action. You have a little bit of inefficiency down here, but you have efficient price action. You have efficient price action. Really, you have efficient price action all the way down to like 22, minus that little piece that we're looking at when we're zoomed in. So let's see how that plays. I will say this probably invalidated, and this is what I'm hoping happens because I want to see a strong 6-hour close. I want to see all those time frames roll up. I'll say this is invalidated above 28.5. If we can make it past the 618, we may see some kind of fake out like that, likely creating a flat top, moving back up to our high. That's a good take. All right. Something weird with the stream today. That's okay. Not every stream is going to be the biggest or the bestest, but it's always the best when you're here with your fam. That's right. All right. Let me, jeez. I want to shout out Bajarki again. You're the man, dude. Thanks for gifting the memberships. You are always appreciated. You are truly a king amongst men. No new subscribers? I have a feeling we're Batoshan. We haven't been Batoshan in a while, but heck, I will say, man, 500 viewers for being Batoshan, not bad. Not bad. 60% of us got a notification this time. That's awesome. Those numbers are coming up. You don't have to have the notifications enabled. I don't have them on my phone. But if you want them, if you do have them, if you want to get notifications, you can be in the Discord, or make sure you've hit the bell here. But then also on your mobile device, you can't have notifications muted for YouTube or you won't get them. That makes sense, but it's something we wouldn't really think about, right? Make sure they're enabled on your phone. Hopefully we can get these numbers up to 100% yes / I don't have them enabled. I want them enabled. 488 votes. I guess we'll leave that open. I'm going to really quick. Really quick. Really quick. I am going to make sure there aren't any held for review. And of course there are many held for review. And people are commenting on the wrong ones. Oh my. It's always the most recent one. Just for, I don't know. Easy way to remember. It's like that day's stream. That day's stream. So I'm going to get the comment picker out. We're going to give away some dollary dues. I will say, guys, I brought this up before, but Fair Desk will not, that's not right. Fair Desk won't give out they won't let people win who have many accounts registered. If you did that, I'm sorry. Try to delete them. Maybe your extra ones. Maybe contact their support. Maybe they'll be able to work with you and delete them. My hands are tied. There's nothing I can do. That's their policy. So without further ado, whatever is the first comment with their user ID that's signed up using the link, check out the pinned message, is going to win $100. Let's go. Drum roll, please. Smash the likes and subscribes. Get hype. And who wins? I swear to God, loading name, if you win again, you're cheating. Justin Khaki. Unfortunately, there's no user ID, but Justin Khaki, shout out to you, my friend. You the man. You now have another shot. We'll pick another one. Go. LM. There we go. Make it pamp to 1 million. Congrats, LM, provided that you have signed up using my link and you don't have a bunch of accounts trying to abuse it. You are the winner, and I'm going to have them send that out right now. Well, I'm sending them the user ID. Congratulations. We're going to kick off, obviously, the next stream. We're going to have another giveaway. So same rules apply. If you didn't win this time, yeah, just keep tuning in and keep getting opportunities. All you have to do is sign up using my link pinned to the top of the chat. Comment that user ID in the comments, not in the live chat, in the comments of the stream. So when this one ends, you will be able to comment post live. Put a comment, put your user ID, and you'll be eligible for that W. I made homemade jerky, by the way. And it's banging. Homemade jerky, crazy expensive to make, man. Per pound, per ounce, wild, but it's damn good. Tom's Jerky. Yeah, I'm gonna get into the jerky business. Anyway, congratulations, my friend. Well done. You're the best. I haven't really read the chat at all. Let me go up the chat. If you're here, let me shout you out. What's up, Alchemist, my brother? BG. Badman Elite. Bayazit Akigas. Christopher Hart. Crypto Incoquinito. Crypto Trekker Derek Merrill. Always here. I love you, brother. Dwayne Ashley. Edgar X. Era Random. Tip of the hat to you. Gasper. Tip of the hat to you as well. George St. Pierre. It's Adaki Masuso. It's autopilot. I always have trouble with your name for some reason. James Boyce Jowls. Jules. Justin Kaki. You almost won, bro. You almost won. But you did win because you got a free membership. So you're a winner. LM Lewis Christie. Loading name. The previous winner. Mad Professor. Matt Lane. Matthew Bragg. Mike Bennett. Nairi Zolt. Oh my. Patrick Gleishman. What's up, bro? Peter Mighty. Punisher Airsoft Channel. Richard Morrissey. Robert Nitz. Simon Jumo Skip Factor. Slow gains don't get wrecked. That is a great name, and it's also a very correct name. Oh, I get. Study. Sudeep. What's up, Sudeep? I see you. Sven Irvin. Pop. Silv and Sin. How you doing, guys? Good to see you. Pickle, of course. The real Lennon Tillin McPooch. Tommy V. Up and Run. Yoran Feliciano. Venerakara. Vijender Gautam. Visharts. Wick. What's up, Wick? And XMMGX. How you guys doing? I see Adam Buzzard join the fray. Barefoot Fletch, of course, hopping in here. Hopping on them. Who did I miss? Did I miss you? Put something in chat. I can't see you. If you don't put a message in chat, I don't know you're here. Can't see you. This guy's killing it. I mean, not today, bro. We only got like 500 viewers. I think we're Badoshan. That's the first time in a long time. Question. If you search Tom Crown right now on YouTube, I wonder if this live stream shows up. I mean, maybe everyone's just busy. I don't know. Well, I did it in a private tab, and right there it is. Look at this guy, Tom Crown, straight mutes. Honestly, guys, I will say Tom Crown passed away. This guy, I think last year. Rest in peace, Heller Tom Crown. I'm gonna make Tom Crown not straight mutes, and I'm taking his business. Gay mutes only. All right, sorry about that. Oh man. Oh jeez, what are you guys looking at? Who's here? What's up, under 3MG? Show's frozen. Am I pranking? Is it frozen? I hope it's not frozen. Oh, my camera's frozen. I hate this camera, dude. I have to buy a new thingy. Son of a bee. There's no real way for me to, like, fix this while I'm live. At least it didn't have the echo. Let me see if this works. Nope. There's no way to fix it. It is just broken for the remainder of this live. Awesome. 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 That's that TikTok sound. If you guys are on TikTok, there's like, it sounds like awesome. Awesome. That's how I feel about this. Just awesome. Let me see if I can find my frozen picture of myself. Nope. Still frozen. Just frozen. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm just frozen. I'll make myself tinier so people don't notice. I don't know how long that's been. How long has that been? Maybe that's why the viewership isn't high. Who knows? Jacob Sheldon. That's the diet wrench you got there. Clever Custom knows exactly what I'm about to do because he can't see me. Can't say it live. When did it freeze? Can you guys tell me that? So why is the background not frozen? So the camera is a source and the background is a source in OBS. And they're not really connected. Like, I can have the background off or on. camera on or off. But something keeps happening where I think it's NVIDIA broadcast hijacks the camera and then it freezes it. 30 minutes? Well, it certainly didn't help the numbers today. Didn't help. YOLO. You only live once. Sometimes, if you're really lucky, you live twice. I'm not sure how, but I've heard rumors. Yeah, man, even when I search it on Tor. All right. I don't know. You sent a message. Yeah, I don't get messages while I'm live. 30 minutes ago. I'm sorry, fam. You guys know I love you. Up and run. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Also, thank you, Sanjay Rawat, for subscribing. This is weird. Usually we get about 100 subscribers, really regardless of like how many people are here. And I feel like we've only had 2. Or at least I've only been alerted of 2. But I don't always get alerts. The alerts work when they want. It looks like 30. Not bad. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed, despite the frozen camera, subscribe. Join our fam. I promised you guys I would show you all my trades. I totally forgot. So let's do that while I'm frozen. So there ain't gonna be a lot. There's not gonna be a lot here. Not gonna be a lot. These are really old. These are from last year. The only position I have open on this exchange is the one I've had open since 16.5. And the only update, I have closed half of it. Why? I don't really even have a good reason. I was just up late one night and I was like, I'm just going to take half of it off the table. So I have $3,000 in realized profit, $3.5 thousand still open, still long and strong, baby. Stops at 19K. I like it this way because if something crazy happens and we do go lower, I've really slayed that trade. Over on Fairdesk, our sponsor, look at our closed positions. Well, look at the closed positions. Here is the entirety of, you know what, I'll just get rid of my camera, and that way it's not in the way because I'm frozen anyway. There you go. Here's the entirety of my trades. You can see we started the month off down $1,000. This account was, I put 10,000 in it. We started off the bat losing $1,000. We lost a bunch more trades, but we didn't give up. Had some big winners. Not going to like narrate each one. Some winning streaks, some losing streaks. But for the month of March on Fairdesk, I'm up 41%. Now, that is not reasonable to expect. I don't expect to be up 41% next month as well. That's not reasonable for a month-on-month gain, but it does happen. This has been a good month for me. So, Fairdesk trading, this is the entirety of them. There they are. You can pause it, take a look at them. You can add them all up, do the math. We are up 41% or $4,100. Ta-da! Over on, I've only been using really these 2 exchanges plus the FEMX one. Over here on Z, I get this bigger. Over here on MEXC, which you can sign up for. I do have links in the video description. Let's go back. This is not... MEXC was working real weird earlier. Yeah, it's freezing a bunch as I try to scroll down. All right. This month started at $1,000. Here is the entirety of my trades. You can see there are... Let me see. These are a bunch of wins. Okay. Started the month with some wins on MEXC. Wait. I don't think... Yeah. Okay. Oh, I was on a hot streak. I was on a hot streak March 2nd on MEXC. We got some losers. I'm going through them slow. I don't know. No one's actually going to go audit these. You're welcome to because the math will add up. But just going slow so you don't think I'm hiding them. You can see I win and I lose. I have some big losers. I do tend, I think like most traders, to have little losing streaks, little winning streaks. Nice little win there. Nice little wins, losses. Here you go. Oh, I traded a lot on MEXC this month. I didn't even realize. And then I boofed it up last night. Literally last night, I opened a bunch of positions late at night because I was bored. And you can see what happens. Opening a bunch of positions because you're bored equals you don't do good. Lost a few in a row. But starting at 1,000, this account's now at 1,445. So that's a 44.5% gain for the month. Not counting the FEMX long because that's been open all year. I want to say the live stream trades that we've done. And look at this. I really was going ham. That's over trading at its best, man. Each one of those arrows represents a position open and close. Not a bad month. Again, that's not realistic to expect. Please don't think because I'm showing you this, that means it's realistic or that it's honestly even repeatable. Altcoin Daily. My dude. My dude, is it Austin or Aaron? Love these guys. Some of my, you know, there's a lot of creators out there and I like most of them. But these guys, I view you guys as like my real friends. Like you're my real friends. I wish we didn't live across the country. Go subscribe to them though. You probably are already and you know who they are. Over 1 million subscribers on the tubes. Great dudes. Very different content. I think they bring a good perspective. We don't do the news. We don't do kind of what's happening much. But it's good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Come on your channel next week. We'll meet back up. We'll meet back up. Last night we tried to shoot and you know, you guys know I was preparing a little bit that day, right? I did a little preparation that day and it didn't go so hot. So we're just gonna do it again. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for understanding. Love you, baby. Hopefully I see you guys soon. Yeah. Who dis? Nobody. There's nobody here. I can't spell either. All right. We have been live for an hour, and I don't know what's going on with this stream. There's something funky with it. I don't know if the engagement was low. I don't know if YouTube is angry, Batoshaned us. But we have kind of been dumping viewers. Here for the last 20 minutes. We only hit 500. We haven't had a stream under 1,000 in weeks, so I don't know. Is price action just not spicy? Are people checked out? And maybe this is a bad time for us now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But whatever. It is what it is. We'll be live again very soon. I have to jump on with Paul Barron Network at 3. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Make sure you jump into the Discord. Check out the links in the video description below. Sign up using my links. It helps support the channel. We'll be live again. Maybe we'll go live for April 1st. It depends. I don't know if I can miss the Great Bank prank. But either way, hopefully you guys tune in. Great time to check out our shorts playlist. A lot of great stuff on there. I appreciate every single one of you that came out today. Shout out to Bajarki. You're the man. Thanks for showing up again. Altcoin Daily, great to see you, my friend. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the Discord. Crown out.